Hello, welcome to day 3 of 100 days of coding in web development. This is going to be an interesting and a very great challenge for me and for you, my dear follower. So today, as you remember, yesterday we stopped at making the skeleton of HTML. I love that word. I I am borrowing this word from someone who liked to say skeleton of HTML. So yeah, that's the word. So after that, today we're going to go further and look at saving, executing it, but seeing the view, how does it look like and the like. So as long as that we are ready to go. So let's go back to our code. Let's go back to our code. Okay. So our coding space is going to be as follows. As you remember this is not new code and we stopped there. So we're going to put the title. What is going to be the title of our page? I think we'll call it Hello HTML. It's good. It's good to start with Hello HTML. Oh, hello world. It's up to you. You can choose that. Everyone write what they want. It's up to you. But hello world, hello HTML, hello the country you are coming from. It makes a lot of sense and it motivates when you are starting writing this particular code. And heading will be my page, my website. It sounds good, right? I have my website, yeah. And the heading is, I'm going to do my very small introduction about myself. So, I'm at, I don't know, learning how to code and use my first website. And no time. I love that. No time. What does that even mean? Yeah, that's the part of the web development. No time. So no time indeed. Good. So I have my heading one. I have my paragraph, and one thing that I'm going to do is to save this page. So I'll select the folder, press Ctrl S, and it will open up the window where I should find where exactly to save my web page. So if you can't see any activities because it doesn't show, but you will see the page soon. So I have my 100 days. I follow one of the rules. They say in your file name, in your folder name, don't put space. So I'll do that. So I created a folder called, you will see it called 100 days challenge, and inside there I will say day 3, and inside there I will say, so now the file name has to be called index. Why? Because the browser, if it's given a path, it will look first file to look at is the index. So now you remember this side, I said I will be showing, it will be showing folders. Now we have my main folder, and I'm starting seeing my subfolder and my file. All right. Okay. Are we good? We should be good. So I have my file and I have it's being saved there. So one thing that I see I should also do, which is going to make me need to use, I think my camera is seeing me properly because I think it's focusing on the back. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, okay. All right. So one thing that I'm going to do is to make this particular I need to be previewing right here within the browser. Why I need to do that is because I don't want to be moving from the coding to the browser, from the browser to coding part. So I will need to install specific plugins that is going to help me to do that. But apart from that, for today only, I'll manage to show you that I have made a page and it's working. How will I show you that? Is by going to the folder of that particular web page and double click that to see exactly what I have done and how does it look like. Okay. So I will do that. Trying to do some security measures. I think that's fine. Yeah, good. So with that said, I will be able to show you the preview that you can be able to see what exactly I'm seeing on the browser when we land that particular page so that we go together. Yeah, because without going together, it doesn't make any sense. You need to see what it is and how it look like. So without that, what for? There's no use. There is really no use for that. Yeah, so I think I can do that. And I can come here, do that. Good. So now this is the exact page that we have been working on, and this is how it looks like. So we're coming from here. These are the codes, and this is how it looks like. So with this combination, you remember we said H1, it's give you big size. So we can change that in a very different way by changing only the numbers. So if I say number 2, which is why I'm saying I would need to move this to the browser, to the coding part, so that you can be able to be seeing things happening instantly. So I will need to refresh that. Ooh, and I don't want to do that, but yeah. Yeah. So I'll need to refresh the page and then you'll be able to see exactly how it look like. Yeah, so that is the size H2 and the H3, H4, H5 that are going to be changing accordingly. So H2 show you the small one, H3 go slow, small, small until you're satisfied with what you want. At the end of the day, these are the tools. Think of them like nails that you are going to use the nail that you want according to the place that you want to use that particular thing. So let's go now to the next part of this particular, which is today, day 3. And today we are going to add a little bit more code into this particular page. One of the things that we are going to add is the new tag called, going to add our new tag according to my flow called image. So image is going to be our tag. Let me move you back to our code. So image is one of the tags that doesn't need to be, image is one of the tags that doesn't need, it doesn't carry other thing, but it does exactly what it should do. Exactly. So it shows what you're supposed to see, which is an image, and that's all. The rest is not its business. As long as that it can show you the image, you are happy that you see the image. That's all. The rest you have to know. So in image tag, there's few things that you need to know. One of the things is, first of all, the tag itself. You need to know the tag itself, but also you need to know how does it work. So let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So the tag itself goes with source. So you specify where does this image located, and the alt is what if the image is not shown, or what are the explanation, what is the information about this particular image. This, most of people, including myself, we ignore the alternative information a lot. But if you want to build meaningful web app or website, this is something that you shouldn't ignore. So the source, you need to have an image already somewhere in your folder. So you remember that we said you are dealing with the files and you're dealing with folders. That's where it starts to show the meaning of folders and file. Otherwise, you can have image in a different folder very far away, but now it will need you to have a full path or the address of saying where exactly this image is coming from. But if you have it within the same folder of the file, you just say the image. I find this particular image. I can say here, okay, can you find the image called logo.png? They'll be okay. They will not complain. And I have say uh, my website logo, and there's no problem. But now, where is this image coming from? But also another thing, if you leave the image exactly, if we leave this tag exactly the way we have left it, there's few challenges that we'll face. One is the size of the image. So if you don't specify how the image is supposed to look into the web page, it will have the original size, the way it was. If it had this size, it will show on that particular size. If it has huge, it was very huge, it will show in that particular size because you didn't specify how and what exactly the size of the image should be within your web page. So that's one of the key things that as you are going forward, you need to remember. I need to remember too, as a web developer, that I should make sure that I include width for how wide it goes and height for how long going horizontal in y-axis, yeah. Width is in x-axis, height is in y-axis to make sure that those information are provided, which I will not stress of them now because I don't even have this particular image. I just saved it, and if I take you back now to the preview, and you will see nothing because there is no image at all. There's no image at all. But because there's no image, you'll see something. So let me switch you, let me take you there. Let me take you there so that you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so we see here the image is not shown, but they're saying my website logo. Why are they saying that? Because the web browser has detected that the image is not there. So I should show the person who is viewing this page that this was supposed to be, this was meant to be my website logo. But if I'm going to press an image into that folder in any way, that image will be now loaded and that text will be ignored because that text is shown specifically either for reading if there is a tool or that is reading your website. So instead of it's reading, so it will read the text instead of because you can't read the image, so it will read the text. But and also in case where the image itself is not provided. So I'm trying to grab a picture here, which you need to have your logo ready. Otherwise, I'll grab this. I think this will make a very good placeholder. And I will name it logo. So if I take you back to my folder, you will realize now that there is an image pressed there which was not there. So there is an image which is written logo.png, and that is making, it's going to be the one that is going to be shown there. You'll see what it looks like when we load our page and make sure that you can see what exactly we are talking about. So, and you see I'm struggling moving up and down because I was supposed to have this ready within the browser, within the coding environment, so that there's no movement of up and down, which on day 4, that will be the part that I will do. So if you see here, you can see that there is a very placeholder image, which is just a black cycle, which has nothing. But also one thing you need to know, as I said, there is no more text. The text that we saw, that HTML blah blah, website logo, my website logo is not shown anymore. Why? Because now we are showing the image is there. If you let me take you into this. So if I do this, you can see that the image, the source is shown, the image is shown, but the website logo is no longer shown, and the PH, they're there, they're visible. If I'm going to change on my code and make this code not so good, like as follows, and the image failed to be shown, then it will, let me say I add here 1. I added on logo 1, then that will make the, and I should save that so that it can fail. And I think the best way to do this is to make it full screen. Yeah. And then I reload that. So the moment I reload the page, I will return to make sure that you can see it easily. The moment I reload the page, the image, because I have changed the image address and they can't find the image, then they failed to show the image. You will meet this a lot. I will meet this too a lot. So this is me telling myself to prepare myself for the future that, hey, this is going to happen a lot of time. Why? Because if you miss the address, if you didn't specify well the address, you will not be able to show the image. Good. So another behavior which is good, or another approach which is very necessary and good, is instead of throwing things, especially things that are not the same, into the main folder, it's advised that we need to separate things accordingly. So look, images are not HTML code. There is no problem. You can throw everything, like the way you can have one room as a house and you can put things together. Your shoes supposed to be there, your clothes supposed to be there, everything you can put them in one room. But even whatever. But because of organizing things, it's making things to be more readable and easy management. That's where now you need to create folders for specific things. So here we can say, okay, we're going to create folder for images. All right. And all the images are going to be into that particular folder. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. So now I have a folder that is going to be calling images. But if I don't specify that in my HTML, I will have another problem because it will not be able to locate the file. So I need to say the files are in IMG logo. The files are, the image is now in folder called IMG, and the file name is called logo.png. All right. So if I save that and I go back to my browser and I reload, I'll be able to see my image. And if I come back here, we have our image. Now is coming from the folder. It's no longer coming from within the just pressed direct within the code space. All right. And also in this day today, we need also to have a look at one of the key things that you need to explore. And that is called inspect. So inspect gives you a chance to see any code that you are dealing with, any HTML code. If you're on the browser, you are using a computer, if you right click, you are going to see what exactly HTML codes that are making that particular page you are looking at. And now you remember these are the codes that we load on our VS Code, and we can be able to view them here and be able to understand, oh, I see, this is what, okay. And we see here. One of the things that you need to remember on this particular part is when you see this, you need to expand them. To expand so that you can see what is inside there. If there is nothing, if it doesn't carry anything, it will not have this. Like you see, this one is not expanded, then you can see things directly. But if you see this kind of black thing, it shows that no, there's a lot inside here. You need to open this door and see what is inside there. All right. So this is one of the things that we wanted to look for today, to make sure that we are able to do exactly what we want to do easily and in a very efficient way. Remember what we have looked today. On week's third day, we have explored how to save our file, but also how to add an image. Image comes with direct, they call orphan tag, which doesn't have another tag that is going to cross, which means it doesn't carry any other tag apart from doing exactly what it should be doing. While a paragraph can carry different other tags doing its work to say this is a paragraph, but in a paragraph you can have link, you can have images, you can have a lot of other things. While image, it's a no, I do one thing, I show image. That's only one thing I do better. Let me do what I do. Good. So with that means today is over until next time. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate your time. Let's see how we can make this particular journey interesting and good. If there's any question, comment, please remember to leave that on our comment section. Bye.